So right now I'm inside the dashboard where I have my site. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to access the dashboard of the first Appmint website. So I'm going to click on view dashboard. So when I click on view dashboard, it's going to take me to the dashboard of the page that I created in the preparatory module. So the page is currently loading. Then now it's going to take me to this dashboard. So I have this dashboard that can do everything that I want to do with my website. So then the part that we're going to be working on is the web page editor. So for you to be able to work on the web page editor, you click on the site pages here. So presently now I have two pages there. I have the Appmint theme and I have a new page, which is a page that I've not really added enough content there. But this Appmint theme is the template, is the page that I actually use earlier when I was using the creating a website using Appmint template. So for instance, if I click on preview, you are going to see a full website. So this is how the design looks like, which is when you access first Appmint website.appmint.app. This is how the website presently looks like, which is a template that I created. So if you want to see how I was able to come up with this particular design and development, you can check module 1 on how to generate template with a full website using the Appmint template. So now going back to what we are going to do today, which is using the web page editor. So the next thing that I want to do is that I already have this Appmint temp and I also have a new page. So to see the progress of how you can actually create your own from the scratch, so I'm going to be creating a new page by clicking the plus sign here. So then it's going to ask me the name of the new page. So I'm going to give it let's say about us. Then I can give it a slug about us. So a slug is something like a / the link that you want to use to access the page. So the title of the new page is going to be about us, and then description, though this is optional, but you can fill it. This is a page on about us. Now when you are done filling all the information, click on save. So when you click on save, now I have a page called the about us. Now for you to be able to start building your page, whether you want to add pictures, you want to add text, edit, and all of those contents that you want to add, so you can just click on the page and then it's going to open a new tab to the page editor where you can actually add your web content. So I'm going to wait for the page to bring up the editor so that we can start building our website. So now I have the web page editor for the about us. So you can see you have about us, which is the slug, and the about us page. So now presently I do not have anything on this web page, and from here you can see this is the header, this is the content, and this is the footer. So now you have three main sections. You have the header. The header is simply where you can add something like maybe the logo, the navigation menus, and maybe a city button. If you would like a city button to be on your navigation bar, you can also add it, something like get started. Then you have the content. So the content is the part where you are going to be adding all the content of your body. So just like, and a website is actually divided into three parts. You have the header, you have the body, which in this case for Appmint is called the content, and you also have the footer. So now for you to start designing your website and building your website, so I'm going to now use something called the asset. So the asset, it's a powerful features in Appmint that allows you to quickly use build your website. So for you to be able to access the asset, all you have to do is you click on this where it says show asset selector, and then you have access to wide range of features for assets that you can actually use. So you have the tag template, you have the web elements, the illustrations, the email templates, the icons, the photos, the videos, and your favorite, and then you have saved as well if you want, if you already have some saved items. So in this case, so let's say I want to build my header first, so I can just click on web elements. Then I'm going to search for, let's say, header. So if I search for header, it's going to bring me some options that I can actually use. So so I have this, and let me say head. Okay, so let's start with the footer. So I have this so let me search for footer. So when I search for footer, it's going to bring me some footer that I can actually use. So you can see there are a lot of footer options that you can actually use. So depending on the one that you want to use. So I'm just going to search for her. So let's say I want to use this particular one. So let's say I want to use this one. So all you have to do is to drag the one that you want to use, which is the template, and then you drag it to your page. So for instance, let's say this is the footer that I want to use. All I have to do is to drag it here. So sorry, I'm going to drag it here, which is my footer, and then leave it there. So when I drag it there, now I'm going to have all of the contents from there, and then it's going to be there. So let me close this asset selector. So now you can see, now I have my asset here. This is where you can actually upload your logo here. So the image is presently broken, which is the default image, but you can actually replace it with your own logo. And then you have all of these footer links by default imported in few seconds on your footer. Then you also have this bottommost footer. So then if you also want to do import template for your header, all you have to do is to click on the show asset selector, and then I can just search for header. So I'm going to search for header. So when I search for header, so let's say I want to use this header. So then I'm going to drag it here. So by the time I drag it there, so now you can see I have this header here. So and we are still going to talk about how you can actually edit the template that you are imported. So now, well, I've already imported an header, and I've also imported the footer. So now the part that I'm going to upload into next is called the content body, which is there. So then if you want to do that, I'm going to click show asset selector, search for hero. So you have to be very careful when you are selecting a web template for use. So you have to ensure that you know what you want to build. Then when you know when you want to build, you can just select what you want. So in this case, I'm just showing you how to use Appmint web templates to import into your dashboard. So when you get to your turn where you're trying to build your own web page, then you can then combine the right assets that you want to use and combine it into your web page. So let's say I want to use this particular one where it says several people are typing. So I'm just going to drop that into the content part. So when I drop that in the content part, yes, perfect. So now I have this. So let's assume this is my hero. Then this is the hero section of my website. Then this is the header, and then this is the footer. So let's assume we are working with that for now. Then when you are done importing the web page that you want to use, then you can just click on this icon to save your changes. Because if you did not save the changes and you happen to close your editor, you might lose all your work. So it's important to save your changes when you are done with the changes I want to make. So I'm going to click on save changes. And when I click on save changes, you can see data updated. So if you want to see how your website looks like, then there is a preview icon here whereby it's going to open a new tab to show you how your website looks like. So I'm going to click on the preview, and then it's going to load the page. So now you can see how our website is coming to look all together. So this is the header. This is the header. Then this is the icon that it's the tab, the drop down that I was showing earlier. Then this is the hero section. This is good if you want to go to the top, this go to top, and this is our footer. So we are going to make it. You can also make changes to all of these things that you are seeing. So now that we have talked about how to open the template in the asset selector from the web page editor, which is from right here, then the next part that you are going to see is how to customize the generated page by selecting the color scheme and font size, by adjusting the structure of the content blocks, and also by replacing placeholder text and images with actual content. So